We begin first up with the latest that we are tracking on Iran-US tensions. President Donald Trump says that negotiations with Iran will resume on Monday. In fact, this apparent de-escalation follows days of threats of new attacks from each side. And all of this while oil prices fell on Monday after Trump announced the new negotiations. Trump's latest claim came a day after he said that he called off a planned attack, and this was in order to pursue a deal to halt Iran's nuclear ambitions and reopen Strait of Hormuz. The US president went on to claim that he was he was asked by Iran as well as partners Saudi Arabia, UAE and Qatar to hold off on the new strikes.
It was going to be a massive attack. It was going to be attacked, but would have been by far the biggest attack since World War II. But they've asked us not to do it. They said, please don't do it. And their neighbors said that too. And so we're just going to see whether or not we can make a deal for the denuclearization.
Parallelly, Iranian state media has denied that Tehran asked for the attacks to be called off or has changed its stance on the waterway. However, an Iranian lawmaker said that mediators were seeking to revive a deal that was briefly halted as a result during the war in June. Hassan Ghashgavi, who is a spokesperson for Parliament's National Security Commission, has said that there is an ongoing effort to revive the 14-point agreement by the mediators. Iran has said that it is even nearing a deal with Oman over a new route through the Strait of Hormuz, but it has also insisted that such an agreement did not essentially mean reopening the strait. Iran's foreign ministry also underlined that the Strait of Hormuz will in no way return to the status it was before February 28th, that is when the war began. Maritime trade tracking data shows traffic through Hormuz had dropped sharply. US Central Command said that it had redirected as many as 35 commercial vessels, disabled 2 vessels and boarded 2 of them since the renewed US naval blockade of Iran took effect on 14th of July. According to the UK Maritime Trade Operations, a tanker off the coast of Oman reported hearing an explosion near the vessel on Sunday. However, the vessel and crew were all safe.